Why do you have a pencil in your hand?
It's going.
Oh, what is good, 7th graders? Today, how do you do this?
What is good, 7th grade? We are doing G1 examples.
Okay. For this problem, we have to figure out which letters are the same. So we can see here that E is a 90-degree angle, and we can also see that P is a 90-degree angle. So we know that those two are the same. And O has 20 meters and has 20 meters between O and P, and O also has 28 meters between O and Q. So we have to find out which ones are the same. So if P and E are the same, O would be the same as F, because here there's 20 meters, and here's 28, and here's 28. So it's going to be P, O, Q. Okay, for this one it's a true and false, so we have to find which statements are true. So this one is the angle I. So the angle I, which is 38, is equal to the angle P. So the angle P and the angle I are both 38, so that would be true. So JH is equal to Q and O, so there's 21 centimeters between both, so that would also be true. The angle H, which is here, and the angle O, which is here, they're both 79 degrees, and since no other ones have 79 degrees, that would also be true. And H and I has 30 centimeters between it, and O and P also has 30 centimeters between it, so that would also be true. So they're all true. So we have to find out which questions are true. So the angle H, which is 104 degrees, equal to the angle N, which is 102. So that would not be true. H to I is 26 yards, and K to L is 45, so that would not be true. The angle F, which is 45 degrees, equal to the angle K, so those are the same, so that would be true. Then the angle I, which is 102 degrees, equal to the angle N, which is 102, so that's also true. It's just those two.
Okay, so for this link, we are finding side lengths and angle measures of congruent figures. So if we look here, we know we want to find what Y and W are. So we know that Y and W are equal to K and L. This one, so K and L is 50 meters long. So we know that Y and W will also be 50 meters long. Okay, so for this link, we want to know what L and K are. So we know this time we don't know what ones match up, but if we look, we can see that L is a 41-degree angle and K is a 78-degree angle. So here, 41, so Q equals L and O equals K. So we know that it is 66 inches. For this one, we want to know what the measure of angle O is. So if we look here, O is congruent with V, and here V is 31 degrees, so we know that O is 31 degrees.
So it says, look at this rectangle. If the base is tripled, then which of the following statements about its area will be true? So, okay. So the base, this is the base. This is the base. So 9 times 3 is 27. But first we have to take 9 times 7, which is 63. And then 27 times 7 is 189. So 189 divided by 63 is what we have to do next, which is 3. So the new area will be 3 times the old area. If the side lengths are tripled, then which of the following statements about its area will be true? So this is a square. So 6 times 6 is 36. And then 6 times 3 is 18. So 18 times 18 is 324. So 324 divided by 36 is what you have to do next, and that is 9. So the new area will be 9 times the old area.
Okay, so for this one, we don't have a triangle, but that's okay. So we know a scale on a hiking map shows that 3 inches equals 1.25 miles. So what number of inches on the map represents 10 actual miles? So this one, we could actually make a proportion. So we know that inches, 3, is equal to 1.25 miles. So we want to know what 10 miles would equal. So if we do 10 times 3 is 30. 30 divided by 1.25 is, let's see, 24. So we know that it's actually 24 inches. We want to find the value of x. So we know that here, this is equal to 5, and here it's equal to 2. So what we do is 5 divided by 2, and that is 2.5. So we know that this is like 2.5 smaller. So here we have to divide 12.5 divided by 2.5, and that will give us the answer for the value of x, and that's 5. So. Okay. Figure A is a scale image of B. So we know that figure A, if a figure A is 1 here, then we know that figure B is 2.5. So if we want to find the value of x, we know we have to take 5 divided by 2.5. And that is 2. Hi y'all. Sorry.
Hello. So today we are learning about squares that have 6s around them. I'm pretty sure that this one is wrong.
Julie, let's go.
Okay, bye. Have fun with your notes.
You have to find the area of the square.
Stop,
you
I want to
take
look. I want
6 times 6, and it's 36, so that is the area of the square. You're welcome.
For this last thing, we're doing constructing scale drawings. And it says, Natalie just invited 100 guests to a party in her small house. The base of her house is a rectangle with dimensions 8 meters by 16 meters. It is a good thing she didn't invite the fire marshal to the party. Move points to create an outline of Natalie's house on the grid below. So we can see here that 3 squares are equal to 4. And if we double that, 6 squares are equal to 8. So these 2 lines are good. So 6 actually equals 8. And if we triple it, so quadruple it, 16, which is 16 meters, and that would actually equal 12. No.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, So for this one, Cole is an urban planner. Okay. He wants to create a small scale drawing of a city block. The block is a square length with side lengths of 90 meters. So draw a city block such as 1 unit on the grid equals 30 meters. So we know if 1 unit equals 30 meters, 30 times 3 is 90. So we just need a square that is 3 by 3. And there you go.
Joel looks at a map of Colorado, scowls, and tears it to shreds. I don't need this lousy map, he mutters, puffing out his chest and continuing his journey through the wilderness. Before he destroys it, Joel's map showed an outline of Colorado, a rectangular shape with dimensions 600 kilometers by 450 kilometers. Move points to recreate Joel's map of Colorado on the grid below. So it says here that 100 kilometers is 2 of these squares. So what we can do is if we take 2 squares times 6, because you'd have to take 100 times 6, that would equal 12. So it'd be 12, and then we would have to, and then it would be 9, because you would do the same thing.